Well, hello, everybody, and we're going to start our next lesson on solfege. So let me get my screen shared here. And we'll start out with, let's start with our Mesa song first, and then we'll do California Avenue. Gonna talk about a place that's a special part of our lives. That's Mesa, a special place to learn to read and play and write. Mesa Verde, where the ABCs for me are not a chore but set me free, where we can go to be the best that we can be. Oh, Mesa, talking about Mesa Verde, that's my school. There's a place in Riverbank where kids all smile. That's Mesa, and teachers never mind us staying a while. Mesa Verde, there's a blue sky way up high, and a river that runs by, and the fog just comes and goes as the time flies. Oh, Mesa, talking about Mesa Verde, talking about right here in sunny California. That's my home. That's my home. That's my home. And here's California Avenue. Let me fix my headphones here. When the sunny weather shines for the rain, we starting in the fall. Then I rise for breakfast, knowing that's a place that I love best of all. California Avenue, I can't wait to get to you. Riverbank, let's get going. See my smile as I'm walking down the hall. California Avenue, learning's what I'm here to do. It's language and history, science and math. We want to be successful, so we walk the scholar's path. Our teachers told us, don't be late, but that's not why I can hardly wait. It's knowledge that we celebrate. California Avenue. So our objective for today's lesson is that we will sing and sign in solfege. So let's point to our objective and we will read it together. Ready, go. We will sing and sign in solfege. So solfege is a system of syllables and hand signs that represent different scale degrees. So our syllables are do, re, mi, fa, so, la, and ti. And then the hand signs that we have for it are do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, and do. Do is a second time there. And then we have different scale degrees So we'll define what a scale is first, which is a sequence of pitches moving by single steps in the same direction. So here is a scale. This is a C major scale. And so we see that we're not skipping any of the letters here. So we're hitting every note in that. And the scale degrees can be represented by the numbers, which tell us about the position that you are in the scale. And so then we've used the solfege to correspond with these different scale degrees. So the sol would be 5, and la would be 6, and ti would be 7. Now I've got some other examples of scales here. So this right here is the same scale as this one, but instead of going from low to high, now we're going from high to low. So it's the same notes, but in the opposite order. And you see that the numbers are also going down instead of up because we are going down in the scale. So in a C major scale, D is always 2, whether it's at the beginning or at the end. And E is always 3, no matter where it is in the piece of music. But here's some other examples of scales and their scale degrees. So this would be a D major scale. We've got a couple accidentals, these the F sharp and the C sharp there, which we have to sharp those notes, so raise them by half a step to make the whole scale sound like a major scale, the way it's supposed to. And you see that now D is 1, E is 2, F sharp is 3. So the numbers have changed. Or maybe we could say that the numbers have stayed the same and the scale changed, the notes that we put in it. But we're still going from low to high, and we up as the scale moves up. Here's another scale. This is a G major scale. And so now G is 1, A is 2, B is 3, C is 4, D is 5, all the way on. And we have F sharp is 7. And here's an F major scale, just to give one more example. And so we see that those numbers start on 1 on F now and move up that way. So these scales are all going to have a similar feel or mood to them, but they're pitched differently. They're at different pitches, or they're starting on different pitches, or they're centered on a different pitch. So there's a different pitch that we consider our home, or where everything kind of resolves and feels like you can end the song now. We're going to review Hot Cross Buns and Au Clair de la Lune. And then we will introduce so or sol. And we're skipping fa this time because of reasons. Because I want to, because the next couple of songs are going to use so, but they're not going to use fa. So we'll cover fa later, but this is making up the first 4 notes now. Do, re, mi, and fa are now making up the first 4 notes of the pentatonic scale, which is another kind of scale. So the scales we were looking at before were diatonic scales, meaning that we're hitting every single note in the alphabet, or every letter in the alphabet. The pentatonic scale is called pentatonic scale because there are 5 notes in the scale, so pent being 5. We've got a couple exercises here. Then we'll do Starlight, Starbright. It's a nice, simple song. And then we'll do, we'll sight read Mary Had a Little Lamb. So we'll go to Hot Cross Buns first. I've got my metronome open already. And we'll start at 75 beats per minute. And we'll do the hand signs first. Mi, re, do. And then we'll, and then I'll add the guitar. Mi is our starting note. Here's our metronome. Let me turn that down just a smidge so it's not too loud. And 1, 2, ready, go. Mi, re, do. Mi, re, do. do, 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 re, 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 mi, re, do. And let's do it again and go. Mi, re, do, mi, re, do, 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 re, 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 mi, re, do. And now let's do it with the guitar. Here we go. Mi, re, do. Mi, re, do. Do, 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 do. Re, 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 re. Mi, re, do. And again. Yep. Pause. There we go. So next we're going to go to Au Clair de la Lune, and we will sight read this one too. We'll keep it at 75 beats per minute to keep it nice and easy. And our starting note is do. Here we go. And ready, go. Do, do, re, mi, re, do, mi, re, re, do. Do, 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 re, mi, re, do, mi, re, re, do. And again, go. Do, 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 re, mi, re, do, mi, re, re, do. Do, 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 re, mi, re, do, mi, re, re, do. And, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Now we'll add the guitar. Here we go. Do, 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 re, mi, re, do, mi, re, re, do. Do, 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 re, mi, re, do, mi, re, re, do. And again. Do, 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 re, mi, re, do, mi, re, do. Do, 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 re, mi, re, do, mi, re, re, do. Our next note that we're going to learn is so. And so that is with your hand flat and your palm facing towards your face. I'll unshare my screen so that you can see me. So is right here. So far we have learned do, re, mi, and so. And we've skipped fa for now, but we'll come back for it later. The next exercise that we're going to do is going to help us work on our transitions between so and the other three hand signs that we've already done. So we have so and mi. So we'll be practicing so, mi, and then we're going to do so, so, and fa. So we'll be practicing so, fa, or excuse me, it's not fa, re, so, re, and then we'll have so and do. So we'll be doing so, do, so, do. So here comes my screen. And we'll start it with so, mi, so, mi. And we're going to do it at a nice slow speed. So we'll do it about 65. Let's see how that goes. Actually, let's do it slower. Let's do 55. 1, 2, ready, go. So, mi, so, mi, so, mi, so, mi. Keep going. So, mi, so, mi, so, mi, so, mi. Let's do the next slide 4 times. And that's going to be so and re. Ready? 3 and 4. And so, re, so, re, so, re, so, re. Keep going. So, re, so, re, so, re, so, re. And then our next one is so and do. Ready? 3 and 4. And so, do, so, do, so, do, so, do. Keep going. So, do, so, do, so, do, so, do. Now that we've practiced those transitions between our hand signs, we're going to go to our first song, Starlight, Starbright. This song uses only 2 pitches. We have so and mi, and we're going to be alternating between those, as we can see here. So we only have G and E in all of this. What we're going to do first is we're going to practice reading the rhythms. So we'll use our T's and Ta's and our clapping, and we're going to go through it the first time. So I'll speed up our metronome to about 65. Let's make it 60. 1, 2, here we go. Ta, 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 ti, 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 ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, 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 ta. Let's do it again. Ready, go. Ta, 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 ti, 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 ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, 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 ta. Now, if you're a particularly observant person, you might notice something different from what we normally are approaching whenever we're looking at music in my lessons. And that's about the number of beats that are in each measure here. Now, you might notice that all the measures that have only quarter notes only have 2 quarter notes instead of 4 like we're used to. Most of the music that we've done, if it's all quarter notes, there are 4 quarter notes in each measure. And if we have only eighth notes, that there are 8 eighth notes in the measure. But we see that that is not the case here, because if we look at this measure, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 eighth notes, and then we start a new measure. And over here we have 1, 2 quarter notes, and then we start a new measure. So why is that? Well, this song is in 2/4 time. And so not all of music has beats and groups of 4. Sometimes it's less and sometimes it's more. And in this case, we only have 2 beats in each measure. So we can look at our time signature whenever we're going to be approaching a piece of music and get some information from it. So the top note, or a top number, in this case a 2, tells us how many beats are going to be in each measure. So with this 2 on top, we see that there are going to be 2 beats in each measure. And on the bottom, it tells us what kind of note is establishing the beat. And so we are used to having the quarter note establish the beat, and that is still going to be the case here because we still have a 4 at the bottom, which tells us a quarter note is at the bottom. If the bottom number was a 2, then that would mean that a half note would get the beat. And if it was a 1, that means a whole note would get a beat. And if it was an 8, it would mean an eighth note would get a beat. So we can read this a lot like a fraction because all of this music would still be correct even if we changed this fraction to something reduced like 1/2. All of this music would still work because it means we would have one half note beat in each measure, which 2 quarter notes together makes 1 half note. So it would still work. Or we could make it bigger. It would still be the same value, but we could do 4/8, which still reduces to 1/2 or 1/2. And this would still work because 4/8 would tell us that we have 4/8 notes or 4/8 beats in each measure. So we have 2 quarter note beats in each measure. And so that's why why our measures are so much shorter than we're used to. So now that we've done our rhythms, we're going to sing them. And we'll do it without the guitar this time. And so we have so and fa, and so all the G's are so, or so and mi. And so all the so's, all the G's here on the second line are going to be so, and all of the E's, all the notes that are on the first line are mi. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. So, mi, so, mi, so, mi, mi, so, so, mi, so, so, mi, so, so, mi, so, so, mi, mi, so, so, mi. Now, if that was too difficult for you, we'll take it a little bit slower this time so we have time to really think about everything. Ready, go. So, mi, so, mi, so, mi, mi, so, so, mi, so, so, mi, so, so, mi, so, so, mi, mi, so, so, mi. And now we're going to move on to our final song here, which is Mary Had a Little Lamb. And we're just going to sight read it today, and we'll spend some more time on it in our next lesson. And we'll do it about 55 beats per minute. Our last tempo was 50. We're going to do 55 now. That way we can just sight read it nice and slow. It'll be pretty easy, or relatively easy for us to do. So we're starting on me. And I'm still in the right key. Here we go. Ready, go. Mi, re, do, re, mi, mi, re, 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 mi, so, so, mi, re, do, re, mi, 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 re, re, mi, re, do. Okay, so we'll come back to this song next time. For the next part of this lesson, I've got a video I want to show you. I'm not going to actually play it on this YouTube video for copyright reasons and out of respect for the artist who created this work, because I know that they would like to have the views themselves and not for me to be taking them. And also, I don't want my video taken down by YouTube. So I will include the link for this video in the description of this video. This song, the song that we will be listening to while we watch this video is "In the Hall of the Mountain King," and it's by a composer called Edvard Grieg. And then the background is the creation of somebody who was playing line writer, and they put a lot of work into synchronizing this. It's really, really awesome, really fun. So things that I want you to think about with this, and you can ask these questions before or after you listen to this, but think about what's happening to the beat of this song. So the speed of the song Is it changing speed or is it staying the same speed? And the other thing, and if it is changing speed, is it going faster or slower? And then the other thing I want you to think about is dynamics. How loud is it? And does it change volume or dynamic level as it goes through a song? If yes, does it get louder or softer? Or does it just stay the same? So listen to that, and of course enjoy the video. I think the ending of this video is my favorite part. It's so entertaining, and there are more like it, and I'll share those more as the school year goes on. The other thing that I wanted to show you is that a couple weeks ago, I introduced a song called Cranky Poodle. It was a parody of the classic American folk song Yankee Doodle, but I rewrote the words to tell a story about my mom's dogs. And so I wanted to show you guys pictures of the dog because I was asked by many students to show pictures. So I've included them in this slideshow. So this is our little dog. Well, my parents' little dog. This is Pebbles. She's about 10 years old and quite adorable with a really funny personality. And some of her favorite things to do besides sleeping and eating include playing catch or fetch with us, although she's not very good at returning the toy after she's retrieved it, but it's really funny to watch her play fetch with really big toys because they're almost as big as she is. And she also really loves to steal dirty napkins. I don't know if you have any dogs that like to steal dirty napkins, but she takes them and she hides them under the bed. So there's always, if you go check under that bed, there's always napkins and socks, dirty socks, of course, and because why would she do it with clean socks? And you know, other food wrappers and stuff like that she finds that smells like food. And lately she's had an ear infection, so she's recovering from that and wearing this donut of shame to keep her from scratching her ear so that her little ear can get better. So that's more recent history, but she seems to be improving. So we'll sing this song before I go, and then you can go check out that line writer video in the comments if you want. Here's Cranky Poodle. Cranky Poodle took a ride with family on vacation. She sniffed the cake in Mommy's purse with great anticipation. Cranky Poodle, don't be mean. Cranky little poodle. It's not safe for dogs to eat these cookies, cakes, and strudels. Chewing through the plastic wrap around the sweet confection, she savored every yummy bite, enraptured with delection. Cranky Poodle, don't be mean. Cranky little poodle. It's not safe for dogs to eat these cookies, cakes, and strudels. Busted with her stolen treat, she never would surrender, but being oh so very small made her a poor defender. Cranky Poodle, don't be mean. Little poodle. It's not safe for dogs to eat these cookies, cakes, and strudels. And that is the end of our lesson for today. I want to thank you so much for joining me, and if you made it all the way to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching it all the way through. And I hope that you learned a lot from this. I am thankful for you, as always, to be my music student, whether you're one of my students at the school or if you are some random YouTube surfer who happened to stumble on my video. Thank you for being here, and thank you for watching, and I hope that my video helped you understand and appreciate music a little bit more. Thank you for your time. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you when my next lesson comes out. Thank you. Bye.